Republicans are accepting a spate of good news in the wake of their tax cut bill getting to be law. Various organizations have declared rewards, wage increments and new ventures since the law's sanctioning. What's more, surveys have discovered an uptick in help for the measure. However, despite everything, it misses the mark regarding far-reaching endorsement. GOP officials and strategists see vindication in those advancements, calling it early evidence that the tax law will develop more famous after some time and lift the gathering in the midterm races. Tax reform is working. It truly is, Speaker Paul Ryan RWIs said Thursday toward the start of his week-by-week public interview. It's working for families. It's working for organizations. Tax reform is working for our economy. President Trump called on Senate to pass bill anti-abortions after 20 weeks. Republicans are cheerful that the administration shutdown that started Saturday won't defeat their energy, contending the fault for the conclusion falls solidly on the Democrats for hindering a fleeting subsidizing bill on Friday evening. The new tax law, which President Trump marked in December, cuts singular tax rates no matter how you look at it and slices the corporate tax rate from 35% to 21%. The Urban Brookings Tax Policy Center has assessed that 80% of taxpayers would see a tax cut in 2018 under the new law. While the tax redesign was advancing through Congress, Democrats assaulted it as a trick that would raise numerous Americans' taxes and to a great extent advantage the well-off. Yet, late surveys demonstrate that endorsement of the GOP's arrangement is developing, and that an expanding number of individuals believe that their taxes will go down. A SurveyMonkey survey directed for the New York Times found that endorsement of the arrangement expanded by 9 rate indicates from December-January, and that the level of individuals who say they expect a tax cut expanded from 33 to 41%. Different surveys from Quinnipiac and Marist discovered comparative patterns. What next for President Trump after tax bill signed? Since Congress passed the tax law, various organizations have said they intend to give specialists rewards, climb their base wages, make new interests in the United States, or take some mix of these activities. The organizations that have made such declarations incorporate Comcast, Walmart and Apple. In a discourse in Pennsylvania, Trump said he called Apple CEO Tim Cook to say thanks to him. When we started our push for tax cuts, I guaranteed that our bill would bring about more occupations, higher wages, and colossal alleviation for white-collar class families, and that is precisely what we have conveyed, the president said. Republicans say the enhancing estimation over the law and the business declarations will help them in the midterms. They figure Democrats should pay a cost for contradicting the law, as not a solitary individual from their gathering voted in favor of it. House Ways and Means Committee Chairman Kevin Brady R. Texas said that as taxpayers see the advantages of the new law, they will need to stay with the gathering that is getting America out of the old Obama-battling, stale economy. The GOP could see significantly to a greater extent a lift in help for the tax law 1 month from now, when individuals begin to see more cash in their paychecks because of a reduction in the sum that is withheld for taxes. Additional employing and venture declarations from organizations could take after. It's not only that there's uplifting news, but rather there will be such huge numbers of indications of the uplifting news, said Americans for Tax Reform President Grover Norquist. The administrative triumph could help give powerless GOP officials an achievement to tout, taking a portion of the concentration off Trump and the discussions that continually whirl around him. John McHenry, VP of the GOP surveying firm North Star Opinion Research, said the tax law gives them a remark: we're not only the gathering of Donald Trump's tweets. President Trump criticizes the tax reform policy. All things considered, it's a long way from smooth cruising for Republicans in the midterms. Regardless of the solid economy, Trump's endorsement rating stays low. Democrats, in the meantime, have a major favorable position in the surveys and have piled on a few far-fetched triumphs as of late, incorporating a Senate situate in Alabama. History is likewise stacked against the GOP, as the president's gathering normally loses situates in the primary midterm race in the wake of winning the White House. GOP strategist Ford O'Connell said that Republicans require open endorsement of the tax bill to enhance snappier if the gathering will receive the rewards in November. Jeopardized individuals need to put forth the defense that substance matters more than style with regards to Trump, he said. There are additionally various different issues that could dominate any positive news originating from the tax bill. Dislike individuals are simply going to vote what they feel about the tax bill toward the day's end, McHenry said. Democrats also contend that different issues will outweigh the tax law in voters' brains. They expect issues, for example, social insurance and voter restriction to Trump, will be more at the front line. "We have an environment of Finnish ruin and emergency that is totally pointless and that wouldn't change," said Democratic strategist Craig Varoga. Moreover, Democrats still imagine that their reactions of the tax law resound with voters. They said that numerous Americans are as yet contradicted to tax cuts for well-off people and companies. "As far as planning a promotion to solve this thing, it's too simple," said Democratic strategist Brad Bannon. House Democratic Caucus Chairman Joe Crowley DNY said that with the tax law, we obtained against the eventual fate of America to pay for tax cuts today, for the wealthiest Americans. U.S. House of Representatives to vote on Republican tax bill. Democrats have additionally contended that a large number of the organization's declarations in the wake of the new law are not generally what they appear. They take note of that rewards are a one-time advantage and called attention to that Walmart shut Sam's Club stores around the same time that it reported its new the lowest pay permitted by law and advantages for specialists. Over the long haul, this still remains a tax cut for the rich. Individuals still loathe the possibility of a taxpayer-financed giveaway to partnerships to their detriment, said Tim Hogan, representative for the liberal Not One Penny Crusade that is pushing back against the new law.